Hi, welcome to this week's edition of the Rugged Rundown. Please hit that subscribe button and that bell button so we can notify you of our newest videos coming out. So this is the Panasonic Toughbook CF-20. We're going to do a little walkthrough here. I wanted to show you some of the cool features. I think the coolest feature on the CF-20 is it's really not a laptop, although it looks like a laptop. It's really a hybrid laptop in my opinion, because the screen can be removed like this, and now we have a tablet. An interesting thing about this particular model is there are two battery bays. One battery bay is here in the back of the tablet, so when you do remove it, you can still use the unit like a tablet. And then there's a second battery that is installed right here underneath the keyboard, which makes it for great battery life when it is set up like a laptop. Another nice feature on this laptop that I like is the keyboard. The keyboard is very, and you know me and keyboards, I love keyboards. The keyboard is very bouncy, it's backlit, it has a great feel to it when you're typing. The keys are very responsive, so I'm a fan of this model's keyboard. Some other things, there are a couple things I don't like about this, and one of them happens to be these doors that are these cover doors that are covering like the USB port, the power port, and that sort of thing. I mean, they look cool and whatnot, but they tend to break off really easy. And if this clip breaks, they won't close any longer and you'd have to replace them. So that is a downside to this laptop. Another feature that I don't particularly like is the way that the stylus is mounted on the side here. You notice it clips in, and I'm going to just turn here so you guys can see, but the stylus is here and it's going to clip right in here. Now if that clip breaks, guess what? Your stylus isn't going to stay there. So you need to be careful with that. On the back of this, there's the front and back camera as well. But back here, when you have it set up as a laptop, this can sometimes be heavier. So they allow you to pull the handle out like this, and now you have a lower chance of it tilting back. It's not such a problem on the CF-20. On the CF-33, you'd probably worry about something like that, but on the 20, this is light enough not to have to worry about it. The ports that are on this unit, basic standard ports. You've got an HDMI port that you can hook an external monitor up and that sort of thing. There is a SD slot so that you can have your camera SD card and get the pictures off of it. There is a USB port here, and then in here there's the SVGA port, so you can hook an SVGA monitor to it. And then of course on this side over here you have your serial port right here, so you still, CF-20 still has that 9-pin serial, that legacy port that some folks still use. And then of course you have your network, your Ethernet port right here, and then in this position right here you have another USB port, and then right over here happens to be another USB port. The power port is right up here. Let's see if I can get it open for you. Yeah, so the power port is in the tablet side of it, so this is where you would plug it in order to charge the batteries and that sort of thing. And then on this side, on the actual tablet side, there is another Ethernet port right here. So you have an Ethernet port in the tablet and an Ethernet port in the base, keyboard base. So overall, I think that the CF-20 is a nice, small, lightweight laptop. If you need anything bigger, or size screen and that sort of thing, I would go with the CF-33. But otherwise, the CF-20 is a nice lightweight. If you're mobile or anything of that nature, this would be a good choice. Well, that's all I got for you this week. I'll see you guys next week.